Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So today we're going to be reviewing the brand new, super exciting Charlotte Tilbury Bejewelled palette. Is that right? I keep saying bedazzled. Brand new Bejewelled Eyes to Mesmerize palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It's her first big palette since the Pillow Talk, I think. And let me tell you, I was excited. So if you're thinking I look a little bit odd, or there's something strange going on. Essentially, I have no face makeup on other than my foundation because I'm waiting on the Hourglass palette to arrive so I can get that review up for you ASAP. So if you're thinking I look a little strange and blank canvas like, that's why. But I wanted to get this one up for you as well because this is currently on 48-hour early access. So this is only available to purchase until 7 AM BST on the 12th of September. So we only have until then to purchase this unless it sells out before then. And then it's going to be released again at the end of this month because this is part of her holiday collection. But she released the palette early for a limited time so we could snatch it straight up. So of course I did that. I only have one other Charlotte Tilbury full-size palette and it is the Pillow Talk. And let me tell you, when I bought this, I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I do, but it has definitely become one of my favourite day-to-day soft glam going about my business type of palettes. So I was very excited to pick this one up because it's definitely this one's sexier evening ready sister. So here they are together. Pillow Talk is this one at the bottom and this is the new Bejewelled palette. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be to see on camera, but I'm trying to show you. So Pillow Talk at the bottom here has far more mattes than Bejewelled at the top, and the Bejewelled palette is just brighter and more vibrant, whereas Pillow Talk is much more muted and softer with extra mattes versus extra shimmers at the top. So to me, they pair beautifully together, but Pillow Talk is very much your daytime to Bejeweled's evening, nighttime. It's just a little brighter, a little more punchy, more shimmer in there, and just more party. Now, having said that Pillow Talk is the more daytime kind of palette, Bejeweled definitely has some daytime shades and daytime options in there. It does only have 3 mattes and the rest of the 12 shades are shimmers, but her mattes are very versatile and you can build them and use them very lightly or build them up and make them much more intense, which I'll show you in my demo of these 2 looks that I'm about to do. So if you're thinking you can't use this for the office or you can't use this for daytime, you absolutely can. Now the packaging itself is absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with the packaging. It feels heavier than the Pillow Talk palette, and apparently on Charlotte Tilbury's website she has a new wet powder technology in this new palette, so that is exciting. Without further ado, let's do a couple of tutorials using every shade in this palette and see how it performs. So I'm going to start off with my Bristles Beauty brush and I'm going to go into the lightest matte in the palette in that Happy Glow trio. I do know from using Charlotte's mattes before that you don't want to pick up too much. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way, but they do blend super nicely. I also find that her mattes like blend with themselves really beautifully to give you like extra options. So you'll see I'm just using this as like a very light all over or kind of in the crease shade to begin with, but I'm going to go back into that same shade and build it up. And you can see it almost as like a second shade because they build so nicely. So although there are only 1, 2, 3 mattes in here, you do get a few more options than you might think because you can just build them on themselves. The same shade gives you some different depths. So I definitely think you've got like the essentials you need to work with the shades in this palette. So if you're worried, oh, there's not enough mattes in here, you know, you've got a light transition matte, you've got a deeper, richen up the crease, smoke things out matte, and then you've got that beautiful like burgundy sort of berry toned matte to work with the colours. So I don't necessarily think there's anything that you need. Obviously we all have our preferences, and I know some of us would have preferred extra mattes as opposed to more shimmers, but you definitely have everything you need to make all of these shades work. So next I'm going in to Seduce Glow, the deeper matte there with my Refa 15 brush to deepen up the crease. This is going to be our kind of daytime side, and then on the other side we'll do something a little more colourful. So next I'm going to take this last shade in the palette on my Refa 01 brush, which is kind of a flatter but still fluffy brush, and I'm going to go on this outer part of my eye, like the outer V. As you can see, there shimmers in this palette, they kind of have different extremes of shimmer. This one can certainly be used in the crease, and I know like Charlotte, obviously she likes to use the prime shades all over the whole lid, and those are shimmers, so she does like a shimmer in the crease, Charlotte, and I think this works beautifully there. This is such a nice shade, that sort of taupey but like a richer version. And then I'm going to go into the lighter shade from that trio with my MAC 242, and I'm going to use this on the inner half of my lid. This is definitely like a perfect date night type look, I feel like, which is interesting because it's called Seduce Glow, this trio, so makes sense. I'm going to just pick up a little bit more of that darker shimmer to blend these two shades together. Then taking my Diddy blender from Bristles Beauty, I'm going to mix the two brown mattes that I just used in my crease and run that out under my lash line. And then using the 06 from Bristles, I'm going to use this first shimmer at the end here to brighten up my inner corner. By the way, I'm obviously not using any of these shadows wet with any Fix Plus or anything like that. So if you wanted to get, you know, a much more intense shimmer, then that's something you could try. I'm going to use that same shade to highlight my brow arch. That is the first look. So you can definitely get a more sort of daytime friendly. Obviously you didn't have to make this as smoky. You could use the mattes that I used and then go in with one of the lighter shimmers, and it'll be a lot more daytime office friendly. And again, I always, when I'm going sort of muted office looks, I'll always leave my lower lash line bare just because I think it looks less intense. So I'm going to go on the brighter, more colourful side now, and I'm starting off with this berry coloured matte and that same Bristles Beauty brush, which I just gave a bit of a wipe off. And we're going into the crease, and this isn't anywhere near as intimidating as it looks in the pan. It might, I mean, maybe it doesn't look intimidating to you, but to me it does look a little bright and scary, but going on it really doesn't. And I'm putting that all through my crease, and I'm also bringing this in to the outer V as well, because I'm going to go for a bit of a halo eye. I'm going to look bonkers, girl. I've got to go shop in a minute. I'm going to look absolutely crazy. But you know, what's new? These shadows blend out so nicely. You can just keep on blending, even if, like me, you've got a heavy hand or you've laid down too much, and you can just keep blending and they just blend themselves beautifully. They don't, you know, start blending away like lots of shadows can do, or going patchy. They just blend and blend and blend until you're happy. So next I'm taking my Refa 02 brush, and I'm still going in with that same berry matte, but I'm going to make this much more intense now on the outer third and the inner third of my eye to start making that halo eye. I just love halo eyes. I feel like they're really good if you've got sort of partially hooded eyes like me. Partially hooded, I mean they are hooded, but they're just not, you know, completely hooded. Like you can see when I look up, you can see a little bit of my lid, about half of it. So yeah, I definitely don't have a fully, totally hooded lid, and I feel like this just gives me more lid somehow. I think it's quite flattering. It's something that you can do. It definitely looks harder than it is, but it is a bit time consuming, so it's not something to do in a rush, because you just have to keep going back and forth, back and forth. But again, you can see this shade, how versatile it is, because how intense I can make it to build up my halo versus up here where it's blended and blended and blended. So although you do only have those 3 mattes, you can use them quite versatilely, in a versatile way. I'm just giving that a little bit of a blendy wendy. Then I'm going back with my Refa 01, and I'm going to go into this bright pink there next to the matte, and just use a little bit of this on the outer portion. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Lovely. I'm just bringing this in, not all the way into the center, but kind of giving me something to work with. And then we're going to go for this middle pink shade here in the center of the lid. I think that's going to give us a beautiful pop. Oh, that's actually a lot darker than I was expecting. Okay. We're going to use a different one. That was a lot darker than I was expecting. It's kind of darker than the middle. So that's interesting that it looks super light. But yeah, actually it's a much more rose gold, which is beautiful. That is going to look, that is going to be a gorgeous lid shade, but not what I want today. So I'm going to go actually into the shade that goes with those colours. I should have known. Charlotte was trying to tell me, wasn't she? That's better. That's more like what I was going for. So that bit of brighter pink in the middle is more so what I was going for. Silly. What am I doing? Trying to mix these up and not as though Charlotte intended. So this is definitely giving me a super soft halo eye. Like it's not crazy intense. It's just giving me a softer look. And then I'm just going to go back and forth with those 2 shades, the brighter pink, to just blend that a little with that lighter pink in the middle to give us something really just pretty and party friendly. So for my inner corner to go with this like nice pink look, I'm going to use this lighter pink, which is next to the one I started putting on my lid by mistake. So it's going to kind of go, oh, that's pretty. That would also work on the lid, and it also would work in here with that halo. That's a lovely, pretty inner corner. Worked perfectly with like the pinks, and again, like much more of a like party look. And then for brow bone, I'm going to use this last shimmer, this one that we haven't used yet on my brow arch. It's quite gold, so I'm not sure how this is going to look, but just want to make sure we see as many shades as possible. Yeah, it's kind of too dark for me on my brow bone, but I just want to show you as many shades as I can from the palette. I think we've shown you every one apart from the darker purple, which let's do this on my lower lash line, just so we've got the full set. So I'm using my Bristles pencil brush, and I'm going into that purple shimmer, and I'm going to use this on the lower lash line. Again, this isn't something I generally would have done if I was just going out to a party, but I want to show you guys like every shade in here, and also for myself try every shade so I can form a more useful opinion. You know, I've definitely got a tiny little bit of fallout on my cheeks. It's quite useful actually. Today I did my foundation first so I can actually see it more easily, but it doesn't bother me because I can just dust it away, but for some people that might be an issue. There's really not much kick up in these shadows as long as you don't swirl your brush. They're definitely a touch brush as opposed to a swirl formula, but yeah, not a lot of kick up, but you may get a touch, a speck or two of shimmer. So I just popped on some of Charlotte Tilbury's Push Up Lashes mascara, which I adore, and these are the finished looks. I think this palette is super versatile. Obviously it does have more shimmers than mattes, so if that's not your thing, you might not want to pick it up. But it definitely gives you a day to night, party to date night, lots of different options. As you can see, obviously I should never have put this shade on my brow. Let's just acknowledge that was a mistake. It's definitely too dark and coppery to be up there. But you know, we live and learn, and I did just want to show you all the shades in the palette on the eye, which I think we did. So that's an achievement. I'm super happy with how these turned out. I think, again, this is just, you know, Charlotte Tilbury's absolute strength. This is what she does. She does those beautiful, soft, mature, friendly palettes just so beautifully. So there you have it. Those are my two looks using every shade in this palette, and let me tell you, there isn't a dud. The only issue I had was my own fault, because I thought that this shade was going to be much lighter than it was, but it's actually stunning, that rose gold, and one of my favorite tones. I just love those types of shades. Every shade in here was beautiful. Her mattes definitely like her best mattes because they just blend like butter, and they blend and blend and blend. If, like me, you're not an expert, you're not a pro, blending is not necessarily your forte, your strong point, then these are going to make that process much easier. I find her shimmers flattering even on more mature eyes, and these are no exception. I think everything in here is super pretty, and if these are your shades, I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you have Pillow Talk, I don't think you're duping it with the new Bejewelled. Like I said, I think the difference is this one, more shimmer, more party, more vibrancy, probably better suited to deeper skin tones than Pillow Talk would be. That's my guess, but please let us know in the comments down below if that's not the case for you. So if you own this one, it's definitely not the same shades, it's definitely not the same type of palette. I hope you found this review helpful, and I would love to see you in the next video. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.